What if your favorite gadgets or sneakers came with a hidden cost, one that impacts people and the planet? In this video, we follow Jessie, a teen who loves shopping, as she uncovers the surprising truth about what really happens behind the scenes of the products we buy. From factory struggles to environmental damage, her journey is full of eye-opening moments, tough choices, and inspiring discoveries. You'll laugh, learn, and maybe even rethink your next purchase. Ready to find out how small changes can make a big impact? Hit play and join Jessie's journey to becoming a responsible consumer. Jessie Walker loves new gadgets. Every time a new phone or tablet comes out, she wants it. She works part-time at a bakery to save up for her favorite things. The smell of freshly baked bread clings to her clothes, and her hands often feel sticky with frosting. But Jessie doesn't think much about how things are made. She just likes shiny, new stuff. Her narrow focus on her wants is about to lead her down a road she never expected. One sunny Friday afternoon, Jessie and her best friend Sam head to the mall. Jessie's eyes widen as she spots a sleek new tablet in a store window. The glass reflects her wide grin. "That's it! My dream tablet!" she exclaims, pulling Sam toward the store. "Let's go check it out." Sam frowns, her brow furrowing. "How many tablets do you need? Didn't you just get one last year?" Jessie laughs, brushing off her concern. "You can never have too many gadgets." Inside, the bright lights of the electronics store make the tablet gleam. Jessie rushes to the display, her fingers itching to touch the screen. A sales rep appears, smiling widely. "This model is the best in its class," she says, her voice smooth and persuasive. "And it's on sale for just $499. Jessie nods eagerly, already reaching for her wallet. Then Sam notices something printed on a small sign nearby. "Look at the fine print," she says, pointing to the sign. "It says this brand's factory has labor issues, low wages, unsafe conditions." Jessie frowns, the excitement dimming in her eyes. "That's not my problem. I just want a good tablet." Sam crosses her arms, her expression serious. "That's exactly the problem. Nobody thinks it's their problem. Do you even know what happens when you buy stuff like this?" Jessie hesitates, her hand lingering on the tablet. "What do you mean?" Sam shakes her head, frustration creeping into her voice. "You need to see it for yourself." Sam drags Jessie out of the store and over to a nearby library. Jessie groans, her shoulders slumping. "I wanted to shop, not read." "Just trust me," Sam says firmly. They sit at a computer and she types, "Impact of production on workers" into a search engine. An article pops up, full of pictures. Jessie's eyes widen. She sees workers hunched over machines in dimly lit factories, their faces lined with exhaustion. "That's awful," she whispers, her voice barely audible. Sam clicks another link. This time, it's a video. A factory worker speaks directly to the camera, her eyes dull and weary. "I make phones every day, but I can't afford one for myself," she says. "We work long hours, and the conditions are terrible. Sometimes we don't even get breaks." Jessie looks away, her stomach twisting. "Okay, that's sad. But what can I do? I'm just one person." Sam leans closer, her tone insistent. "You can start by thinking before you buy. Every choice you make affects someone else. You're part of the system, Jessie." Jessie leans back in her chair, her mind swirling. This isn't what she expected her shopping trip to turn into. That night, Jessie lies in bed, unable to sleep. The images of the workers won't leave her mind. She stares at her old tablet on the nightstand. It feels heavier now, like it's carrying a secret she can't ignore. Finally, she grabs her phone and starts researching. The next day, she meets Sam at their favorite coffee shop. The warm aroma of freshly brewed coffee surrounds them, but Jessie can't focus on the comforting smell. She slumps into her seat. "You were right," she says, her voice tinged with guilt. "I looked up more stuff. Did you know that overconsumption is wrecking the planet?" Sam smiles, knowingly, sipping her coffee. "Finally, you're getting it." Jessie pulls out her phone and reads from an article. Every year, we throw away millions of phones. Most end up in landfills. The toxic waste seeps into the soil and water. And guess who suffers the most? Poor countries that don't even benefit from the products. Sam nods, her expression grim. Exactly. And it's not just the waste. The factories that make all this stuff use up tons of water and energy. It's not just about money, Jessie. It's about people and the planet. Jessie's face hardens with determination. This has to stop, but how? What can we do? Jessie decides to start small. She promises herself she'll keep her old tablet for another year. But her resolve is tested when her favorite sneaker brand releases a new line. The ad pops up on her social media feed. Limited edition! Get them before they're gone! Jessie's heart races, her fingers itching to hit buy now. She loves sneakers, and these are exactly her style. She checks her savings. She has enough money. But then she remembers the factory workers. She hesitates, her finger hovering over the screen. Sam, do you know anything about this brand? She texts, her heart pounding. Sam replies instantly. They're notorious for sweatshops. You might want to skip this one. Jessie groans, torn. The sneakers are so cool, but she knows too much now. She takes a deep breath and decides not to buy them. It's harder than she expected, the temptation gnawing at her. Instead, Jessie spends hours researching ethical brands. She finds a company that uses recycled materials and pays fair wages. The shoes cost more, but Jessie feels good about her choice. These are more than just sneakers, she thinks. They're a statement. Not everyone understands Jessie's new mindset. At school, her friend Mia teases her. Why do you care so much? It's just stuff. Jessie stands her ground, her voice steady. It's not just stuff. It's people's lives. It's the planet. And it's my responsibility as a consumer. Mia rolls her eyes, a smirk on her face. Whatever, I'm getting those sneakers. They look amazing. Jessie feels a pang of frustration, but doesn't argue. Later, she vents to Sam. Am I wasting my time? No one else seems to care. Sam shakes her head, her voice firm. Change takes time, but your choices matter. You're setting an example, even if people don't say it out loud. Jessie nods, feeling a little better. She's learning that doing the right thing isn't always easy or popular. Months pass. Jessie's choices start to inspire others. Her economics teacher hears about her efforts and asks her to give a presentation on responsible consumption. Jessie is nervous but agrees. On the day of the presentation, Jessie stands in front of the class, her palms sweaty. The projector hums softly behind her. She takes a deep breath. We all love stuff, she begins, her voice clear. But do we ever think about where it comes from? Who makes it? And what happens after we throw it away? She shares the stories of the workers she's read about. She shows pictures of overflowing landfills and polluted rivers. Then, she talks about the companies trying to do better. Being a responsible consumer isn't just about spending money. It's about making choices that help, not hurt. And we can all do it. The class listens intently, the room unusually quiet. Even Mia looks interested. When Jessie finishes, the room erupts in applause. Jessie's journey is far from over. She still loves gadgets and sneakers, but now she thinks before she buys. She checks if brands are ethical, she asks questions, and she's learned that small changes can lead to big differences. The next time someone says, "It's just stuff," Jessie smiles and says, "It's never just stuff. It's a choice."